Good morning, Novi, and welcome to the Cat's Eye News. I'm Darren Baydoun.
And I'm Joey Sarah. In national news, U.S. Security Advisor Michael Flynn has resigned over allegations that he discussed U.S. sanctions with Russia before Donald Trump took office. Flynn is said to have misled officials about his call with Russia's ambassador before his own appointment, which would have been illegal since Flynn would have still been considered a private citizen, and it is illegal for private citizens to conduct U.S. diplomacy. U.S. reports earlier said that the White House had been warned about the contacts last month and was told Flynn may be vulnerable to Russian blackmail.
In other national news, a U.S. judge has rejected a request from two Native American tribes to halt construction on the controversial Dakota Access Oil Pipeline. The Standing Rock Sioux and Cheyenne River Sioux tribes have filed a lawsuit against the pipeline, saying it endangers their drinking water. They also say the pipeline will damage sacred burial sites. The pipeline, when complete, is expected to transport about 470,000 barrels of crude oil a day from North Dakota to a terminal in Illinois, where it can be shipped to refineries. The final stretch of the $3.8 billion pipeline is being built under a North Dakota reservoir.
In school news, Matchmaker surveys results are available at all lunches through Thursday the 15th for $3. Buy a results page to see your best and worst matchups. Volunteers are needed for Novi Meadows Fun Fest on Friday, March 3rd from 5 to 9 p.m. Help with carnival-style games or face painting. Sign up in Mrs. Cliff's office during lunch. Have fun, work with a friend, and earn volunteer hours too.
The International Talent Show is set for March 17th this year. If you're interested in being in the show, pick up a registration packet from Mrs. Cliff during lunch. They are due back March 1st. Since all proceeds are donated to an international charity, students can earn volunteer hours for being in the show. Major 6, our a cappella group, recently placed first in their national quarterfinal competition. Ryan Steele has the story.
A cappella won first place in the International Championship of High School A cappella competition, scoring 384 points. They will move on to the semifinals in Bowling Green, Ohio on March 18th.
So ICHSA is the International Competition of High School A cappella. What happens is it's kind of like Pitch Perfect, where we have quarterfinals, semifinals, and then finals in New York. We just participated in the Great Lakes quarterfinal, which was 5 groups from around the Great Lakes area. Next, because we placed first, we will advance to semifinals, which will be 9 groups from the surrounding states in the Great Lakes region, and then finals will be in New York, and it's the top 9 groups from around the country. They are judged on their vocal quality, on their tone, their diction, their dynamics, but they're also judged on their visual presentation. So at ICHSA we perform 3 pieces with choreography. So it's not just vocals, it's also the visual presentation as well. So they get judged on those things, also on their arrangements and just like the interest, the nature of like how interesting they were.
The purpose of the competition was so that we could compete a 12-minute set or under that time limit. There were 4 other high schools that were at our regional.
So there are 26 people in a cappella, 13 guys, 13 girls. Half the group is actually in more than one choir too. So we have a bunch of kids who are in a cappella but are also in Novi singers, and so they kind of get the best of both worlds with the classical world plus the the kind of pop world.
We have to pick the music. We all have to agree on the 3 songs that we choose. And then from there we learn the songs, and then we hold solo auditions for each song.
Everything is student-based. We had students do the choreography. Well, having them do so much of it and to see that really pay off in the end. So I was really proud of them, and it was very well deserved.
When we won, I wasn't really surprised. It was more of we did it twice in a row. Every year there's a meeting to figure out who goes in what order, to introduce ourselves, etc. We worked on everything we wanted to. I think the family feel definitely helped out. because having that family feel makes everyone connect together. And in choir, the important thing is not just to support the soloists on stage, but for the background to be strong as well. And I think that was huge. The choreographers kept the choreography simple, and that was huge too because we could focus more on the singing portion of it, and that eventually led us to win and get first place.
Ryan Steele from Cat's Eye News, signing off.
In school sports, the girls' basketball team plays Plymouth at home tonight. Freshmen and JV played 5:30, and varsity plays Plymouth at 7 in the first round of the KLAA playoffs. There will be a girls' lacrosse team preseason meeting in Miss West's room 231, today after school at 2:15 p.m. Any interested players are welcome. In national sports, the Detroit Pistons lost to the Milwaukee Bucks last night, 102-89. This brings their current record to 26-30. The UConn women's basketball team achieved their 100th straight win last night. After the game ended, fake $100 bills dropped from the rafters, signifying the monumental win. UConn's last loss came in November of 2014 and haven't lost a conference game since the 2013-2014 season. That's all for your sports. Now back to the desk.
That's all for today's news. For more Cat's Eye News, visit our YouTube page. I'm Darren Baydoun.
And I'm Joey Sarah. Have a spectacular day, Novi.